things you do as a response to yucky situations that feel good in the moment but bite you in the butt later? It might be things that you prefer to keep to yourself in fear of rejection. What if there was a way to start playing nice, making peace, and even nurturing these parts of us that insist on this kind of action? If so, how do we go about doing exactly that? I'm Dana Hicks, a licensed clinical mental health counselor, and I've got 7 steps to befriending your dark side. Step 1 is go with it. So perhaps just for the sake of this exercise, try on the assumption that this part is actually working for your good. Every motive, thought, feeling, and action that we engage in is actually working toward our survival and our prosper. Consider the fact that every single trait about you has been hand-picked, if not by the universe, by evolution, and by past personal experience as a beneficial one. Step 2 is characterize it. So if this part had a color, shape, texture, temperature, location within your vicinity, what would the answers to all those dimensions be? Feel free to draw it out before your very eyes. Step 3 is ask with curiosity. So now that this part exists outside of you, you can ask it with curiosity and open-mindedness. If you are, in fact, working for my good, you're trying to do something for me, what is your specific intention in showing up right here, right now in this situation? So an example might be, say you snapped at your partner as they asked you a question in the middle of when you were trying to complete a very important project. So this part of you in this situation might be advocating for your independence, your ability to self-actualize, and your ability to get the thing done so that you can play and not have to worry about it anymore. Step 4 is thank the intention. So once you begin to see the logic behind why that part is actually showing up and that it actually is working for your good, then it's important to genuinely thank that part for its intention. So that could look like words, positive imagery, or a physical gesture like, thank you, So it's important to thank that part specifically for the intention rather than how it played out, because that part probably would not be genuine. Step 5 is thank the part for its efforts. Let it know that you see exactly how much it is working for your good in this specific way. That might be through how frequently it shows up, for how strongly it shows up, and for how much space it is taking up in your brain in order to advocate for this specific thing for you. Let it know that you are so grateful for how passionately it is working to let you know that something needs to change for your good. Step 6 is offer it a vacation. So since you are now aware of how much energy it has put into advocating for you, it's bound to be depleted by this point, right? So with that mindset, then you're able to ask that part, if you could take a vacation anywhere in the world, where would be the most rejuvenating for you? And just listen to what it says. Once it tells you exactly where it would love to go for a vacation, ask it all about the senses it would experience in this place. So ask it, what would you see there? And just listen. Let it tell you all about everything it would see there. And go through all the senses. What would you smell there? What would you feel on your skin there? What would you hear there? How would that feel on the inside to experience all those sensations at the same time? And just let it bask in all those senses. Just let it be there as long as it wants until it's completely relaxed. And invite it to stay as long as it needs. Step 7 is update the intentions pathway, which just means returning to the intention, which is valid, with a legitimate need, and match it this time with choices of positively stated and forward-moving actions so that you are benefited in the future, but then also others are benefited too, and there's less risk of hurting others and hurting yourself in the future. So an example of this might be, let's say you snapped at your partner because that part of you was actually advocating for your eventual freedom and ability to fully engage with people that you love, like your partner, right? So returning back to that intention, a positively forward-moving action might be just stating to your partner, I am so involved in this project because I value our relationship and I want to be free enough to fully engage with you. So I would like, if you have questions, write them down because they are important to me, and save them until I am completely done with this project, and then I'll have so much more to give to you after that. To wrap up, all of us have parts of ourselves that are not our favorite parts, but the steps in this video help us validate, acknowledge, and nurture those parts so that they become updatable into likable and perhaps even lovable parts of exactly who we are. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe below with no strings attached.